Welcome everybody to the first episode of Off Script. These videos are the idea of I don't really want to do a full-fledged video about it, but have some thoughts, and also I feel like a script might ruin it a little bit. So just because I want to say stuff, and in the editing process I might cut things out or rework it in a certain way. I kind of want just to be off the top of my head, primarily because I think that's where my main thoughts are going to be. So yeah, I thought for the first video of this, I wanted to talk about it. And I'm very, very late to this party. I don't really get invited to parties at all, so it's pretty standard for me. But I just wanted to talk about it because I saw it the other night in a cinema with absolutely no one in it, and it was fucking fantastic to have absolutely no one there talking or any babies crying or any fucking idiots bloody eating loud food. I could just sit back, kick my feet up, and just relax, and it was really, really the best way to watch a fucking movie, in my opinion. But anyway, so yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought the acting was really good. We'll first start off with Pennywise. Yes, I'm all about that. I would have sex with that clown. Full makeup, everything like that. I don't mind. If he does go down on me, I kind of want to do the not as much teeth, preferably. But besides that, top notch. Every time he spoke, it was creepy, and his dialogue was very. It reminded me of those really iconic kind of horror characters where it's not the scary parts that really make them stick in your mind. It's the things that they say, and especially the best scene probably to talk about is the first scene of Georgie, and just that whole thing. I was enraptured the entire time. This big nerdy smile on my face because I was just so fucking happy to see this happening on the screen. And then he bites his arm off and I was like, cool, good work. And most of the time he was on screen was really, really good. My only real problem with him primarily isn't him at all. It's the fact that besides that first Georgie scene and a couple of scenes here and there wasn't really a lot of I wanted more of that kind of thing. A lot of time when Pennywise was on screen, he was just kind of there, standing creepily, and then he would run at the character. And that's fine and all, but I don't know, I kind of wanted more of his personality, because that was the part I was really, really interested in. Because I didn't really find him scary at all. I found him very fun and entertaining to watch. It's probably maybe because I just watch horror movies religiously, and it's really hard to kind of scare me, I guess. Unless you're the Grudge girl. In that case, fuck you. You are terrifying. I hate you so much. But I just wanted more of him, but on his personality. I didn't want as much as the jump scary kind of stuff or anything like that. The kids were really, really, really good. Stranger Things kid, of course, top notch. I can't remember any of the kids' names. I should have done this. Should have prepared this. That's what happens when you don't have a script. We'll go kid with asthma. He was really good. I found him to actually be quite funny. He had some of the best lines in the movie. And then you had the girl, I guess. She was pretty cool as well. And Ben, that's the only guy I remember because he's my boy, that little chubby bastard. He's the sweetest kid alive. And yeah, they were really, really good. The other two characters, though, the boy that had the traumatic experience with the fire, obviously it's going to be spoilers, I should have said that prior to actually talking about this, but he had the best kind of things where Pennywise, the way that he kind of works is he feeds off your fear apparently, and so in order to get the best meal he scares the shit out of the kids. And that kid, he delivers meat. I think he works at a butcher, I'm assuming, because he shoots a sheep in the head with a little gun. His parents died in this brutal fire, and so Pennywise uses that. And there's this awesome scene where he's going to deliver meat at this place, and the door opens a little bit, and all these hands come out, and there's just you can see flames, kind of the light of them behind him and stuff. He had the best fear elements, but his character was just shoehorned into the halfway mark, and they did absolutely friggin' nothing with him. Same goes with the kid who's, I believe he's studying for his bar mitzvah, I think. Again, he had a great monster. He has this painting that is hung up in an office in the synagogue, and he goes in there, and it's this creepy looking painting, and he hates it. And they don't actively, he doesn't sit there and go, oh, I'm scared of this painting. And when he walks in, he covers his hand, his hand over his face to avoid it, so you don't even need to like get told that he's terrified of that. And Pennywise uses that image to kind of like scare the kid. But again, even though he's been in the movie from the start, he does fuck all. Like, apart from a couple of lines here and there, he doesn't really like say anything much of value. He was just kind of there. And you get the main kid, I guess. I don't remember his name either. He's the one. He's Georgie's brother. Again, like his fear thing was really, really good because Pennywise used Georgie as a tool to scare this kid. And I was like, I had one of the best moments when like he walks downstairs into this basement, it's flooded, and like Georgie's there saying like, we'll float too. And Pennywise pops up, but then you see Pennywise's hand behind Georgie because he's puppeteering him. And I was like, that's awesome. Then again, it's followed by some jump scare thing. But those two other characters, yeah, like out of the kids, those two I found to be they weren't bad or anything like that. I just feel like the script didn't enable them to participate as much as everybody else, which kind of sucked because overall, like, all their performances are really great, and their dialogue, like, it might seem like a bit unrealistic to hear kids like saying fuck, shit, and all this kind of stuff like that, but like, and all their really lame insults and comebacks, but you're like, that's how kids that age kind of talk. Like, they're shit, they're stupid, and they say the dumbest things. They think it's cool, but it kind of works because you're like, of course they do. Like, they're idiots. And so yeah, kudos to them for pulling that off. The plot overall was kind of cool. Very, very basic. So this one obviously covers the kids' years with Pennywise, and the sequel, Chapter 2, will cover the adults. And to be honest, I'm really not looking forward to the adult one, just because the kids were, like, I enjoy the kids that much. I kind of want to see more of them, but I will. But yeah, pretty much is Pennywise, every 27 years, eats kids. And they make the idea, like, they cement the idea, that Pennywise feeds off their fear. And so that's why he's like appearing as like Georgie, or he's appearing as like the creepy little painting for some of the kids. The girls fear one, again, tangents, love it. Hers is the most impactful and the most like subtle as well. So her father is a bit of a creeper. By a bit of a creeper, I mean kind of wants to fuck her. And she's like, I don't know, maybe 13, 14, so it's pedophilia. But throughout the film, he's like really kind of like creepy about her. He's like, you're still my little girl, aren't you, and stuff like that. And she gets her period for the first time, and her fear, from what I interpret of it, is that her fear is that once she's no longer daddy's little girl, she's up for grabs for him. So all of Pennywise's like way to scare her is to do with like blood, like obviously menstruation. It's a symbol of that. And that was really good. And they never outwardly go, this is about periods. But, like, you can kind of see it because, she's afraid of her father so fucking much that, like, her fear of becoming a woman, I don't know why I put quotation marks around that, but her fear of becoming a woman also means that her father is probably going to, like, rape her. And that was really strong. Her fear and, like, the way that Pennywise used that against her was really, really well done. For the once to two times he kind of did that. But pretty much I thought it was like really, really good. I do have some problems with it though, and they're not major ones, and they're not going to like ruin the film for you, but like with discussions with people afterwards, these always came up and they always annoyed me a little bit. First one being is that Pennywise kills Georgie. From what we see, Georgie's running down the street, fucking drops his boat in the thing. Pennywise is there. And from the dialogue, you can tell that this is the first time Pennywise and Georgie have communicated. He doesn't do anything inherently creepy. He just kind of like talks to him, tries to like charm him to get him closer to him, and then kills him. But the rest of the kids, Pennywise doesn't really do that. He kind of like, I have to feed off their fear. The more I scare them, the better it is. And I'm like, but you didn't do that with Georgie, so why can't you just kill all these kids? Like, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. And so this is like my problem is like, why is Georgie the exception? And it's like some people said to me it's because he's so young, he might have been intimidated more by Pennywise, therefore he didn't have to do as much work. But like, all these kids are fucking intimidated by Pennywise. So these motherfuckers showing up and scaring the crap out of them, but he still doesn't take the chance to eat them. But with Georgie, he does really bugger all to scare him. Like, honestly, he doesn't really do anything to scare him, and yet he can still eat him. But again, like, not a big deal, whatever, you can kind of look over it. And And the good thing about the movie, it kind of has like a sense of humor about it. It is a bit jarring when it happens. Like, it's just like randomly, bang, here's a funny thing. And it's never to do with like kind of like dialogue or stuff like that. Like, one of them is that Ben really likes Boyz II Men. I think it's Boyz II Men. Or some band, some pop group from like the 80s or some shit. And the girl character, she notices it. And when he meets her, he's like listening to headphones. She grabs them and listens to them and notices this pop band. And she kind of talks to him in those lyrics as well, which I didn't fucking pick up because I didn't know the song. But like, luckily I had a friend with me who was like, yeah, no, that's the lyrics to this song. Again, Clever doesn't point it out, doesn't actively go, here's lyrics. Like, if you know the songs, you get it. If you don't, it doesn't take away from it, because I was just like, okay, that's just dialogue. But like, one of the funny parts was that they went into his room and he had like all these... He's like a historian kind of thing, I guess. And because he didn't have any friends at the time, he was at the library a lot, and he found out about these kids that were like... All these kids were murdered a while ago, which is probably linked to Pennywise. And as they're looking around talking about it, she like... Oh, there goes my phone. As they're talking about it, all the boys are distracted, and she like kind of closes his door a little bit, and there's a poster of the band, and like it's this pop music kicks in and like zooms in on all their faces, like doof, doof, doof. And she looks at him and he's like, and she closes it, and no one ever talks about it again. But like stuff like that, I kind of really enjoyed a little bit, even though it has no place in the movie whatsoever. It was still kind of fun to just see like these little bits of humor here and there that kind of made their relationship feel a bit more grounded. Even though, as I said, even though it's jarring, it happens, it's done, the film moves on without having to like dwell on it too much. And I was like, yeah, cool, Matt, no problem with that whatsoever. Here's my main problem in the movie. My boy Ben, alright? This is gonna be a spoiler for the whole thing. So again, if I've spoiled it a little bit, but now we're getting to like the ending kind of stuff. But so after he meets the girl for the first time, he's like, I'm gonna write her a beautiful poem, you know? And he writes this poem on a postcard, sends it away. Anyway, but she's like interested in the main guy, the brother of Georgie. I can't remember his name. This is stupid. Anyway, yeah, so he does that, and like she reads this postcard, and she's like infatuated with it. Like it connects to her on such like an emotional level. But she thinks it was the other guy who wrote it, which she finds out later it wasn't. But anyway, so what happens then after that is she like gets taken by Pennywise, and she's like, I'm not afraid of you, but he's like, okay, fuck, I don't need to, need to be afraid. I'm gonna make you float. Like literally, they float down there. She like floats in the air with her eyes roll back and shit like that. And so all the guys go, okay, we're gonna go find her in the sewer. We gotta go fucking kill Pennywise. Gotta get the chick back. And they get down there, but the main character, the brother of Georgie, runs off and like sees her floating, and he's like, fuck this, I'll deal with this later. This isn't a priority. I'm gonna go deal with Pennywise first. And so you're like, okay, cool, whatever. But then Ben rocks down and like straight up, like he kisses her. Like, this is cliche as fuck. Kisses her, and then she like wakes up from out of her, like whatever the trance was and stuff like that. And she's like, literally, thanks, Ben, and then just pretty much blindsides him completely, like just ignores him after that. And she ends up trying to, ends up end of the day being with the other guy. And I'm like, what are you fucking doing? You have Ben, who wrote you a letter, this poem that like destroyed you emotionally, like made you feel so many things, literally kissed you to brought you back from whatever hell Pennywise put you in. Old mate ditches you, but you still choose him. I'm like, oh god. Ben is a sweetheart. He's like, you just want to pinch his little rosy cheeks. Like, he's adorable. But you chose someone else. I'm just like, oh, poor Ben. Well, look, if you haven't seen it yet, yeah, definitely go see it. Hopefully you're lucky as me to get, like, no one in the cinema whatsoever. It's a good time. Like, it isn't great. Like, there are a lot of, like, better movies out there. But the main thing is that, like, the kids just work so well, and it goes for like 2 hours. And I like looked at my like phone at one point, and I didn't even realize that an hour and a half went past. It didn't feel like that at all. So you can tell like the film, the bond of the kids really works like exceptionally, and And that's why it makes me sad. Like, I don't want to see a like, I do want to see chapter 2, but it's sad because I'm not going to see these kids anymore. Like, they were the best part of the movie. You take them out, Pennywise is still really, really good. But if you replace them with some shitty actors, I honestly don't think anyone will be raving about this film as much as they are. Like, those kids make it just so much better and believable as well. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it, because I think it's really worth your time, especially if you like horror movies. Obviously, like, you probably already have seen it. Unlike me, he was really late to the game. But yeah, that's it. My thoughts on it. I thought it was good. There you go. Yeah, I'll be doing another one of these videos about something else in the long, like, I don't know when, some point soon. But yeah, like, let me know what you guys thought about it, because I'm interested to see if anyone else had kind of like any like nagging issues with it that I maybe haven't picked up on this video. Like, as I said, like, I've just started ranting about it, haven't really kind of put a script down. Because yeah, like, it isn't perfect, but I think it's a good sign. Like, if Hollywood can look at, like, saying, not necessarily, oh, we need more jump scares, because it was full of a lot of jump scares, and that was kind of detrimental, because you have this character that is just so, oh god, like, so good. You give him screen time, but you don't really do anything with him. Like, all the jump scares at least were creative. Like, don't get me wrong, like, a lot of the moments they set up for the eventual bah moment was really kind of cool. But yeah, like, I hope that they don't take that from it, like, these creepy kind of characters. What they really need to take from it is, like, getting a cast and getting a script that's good, because horror movies aren't really, like, praised often for their story. It's really rare that kind of happens. They usually are, like, great. Like, you got The Shining, which is fucking fantastic. Babadook. I could probably list on more and more and more, but I have to turn around and look at my movie collections, go that one. Shit, I'm doing it. But yeah, like, if they just, hopefully, like, this sets a precedent for the rest, because a lot of horror movies nowadays have been very samey, shitty acting, focus on jump scares, overall plot kind of boring. So hopefully they sit down and go, okay, we see what works with this, see what doesn't. Now, I know it's very, very popular, so they're probably not going to change the formula too much, but I hope that they get rid of the amount of jump scares that are in it, and maybe set up creepy, like, moments with Pennywise. He doesn't have to go boo and run at the camera every single time. Maybe he can just have some creepy dialogue, or because he's playing on someone's psychology, maybe he could do more and more creepy kind of things with that. But I'm really keen for chapter 2. I'm sad that the kids are going to be saying, we're going to be saying goodbye to them. Again, we got Stranger Things that fill that gap of children. Fucked up. So yeah, I'm keen to see that one. Hopefully it's as good as the first one. Hopefully get some more Pennywise in there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. Yeah, I should be doing another one of these videos sometime soon. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I would say the usual YouTube shit, but honestly, I usually skip that part of the video, so I don't blame you if you do as well. But yeah, have a lovely day, enjoy yourself, and go see it, please. Let Hollywood know that we want movies that are actually good. I don't know how to sign off from these, so I just, like, turn away from the camera. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Bye.